Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into today's webinar. You're all very welcome. So today's webinar is going to go over why enterprises are choosing WhatsUp Gold over SolarWinds. We will mainly focus on the differences from a user experience, licensing and pricing, scalability and ease of use perspective. So to introduce myself, my name is Greg Collins and I'm the Senior Product Marketing Manager here at Progress's WhatsUp Gold. My colleague Jason and I will be going back and forth to cover the material throughout the session, so I'll let Jason introduce himself a little later on in the presentation. Before we start, I want to give an overview of some quick webinar housekeeping. If you can't hear us, try connecting to computer audio and not phone audio. If you have any questions, please submit them in the questions panel on the right-hand side of your screen. We do have some time allotted at the end to answer any and all questions. And then finally, a reminder that this session will be recorded and distributed after, so there's no need to record it yourself. So with that out of the way, I'll kick off today's session with a brief rundown of our agenda. So I will be giving an overview of what WhatsUp Gold is, some of the history behind it, a bit of information about the product release cadence as well as licensing. We're then going to dive deeper into the key reasons enterprises are choosing WhatsUp Gold over SolarWinds. Jason will give an overview of how to understand complexity in large SolarWinds deployments, and we'll be giving a side-by-side comparison of WhatsUp Gold versus SolarWinds. And then finally, we're going to go into the effective migration playbook, which is essentially how to migrate from SolarWinds to WhatsUp Gold. So what is WhatsUp Gold? Well, WhatsUp Gold is an easy-to-use IT infrastructure monitoring or ITIM solution that helps users to avoid downtime by enabling them to monitor their network in detail. Users with a range of technical skills can get alerts on everything that's going on in the network. They can see exactly what's happening and then resolve network issues before their end users even notice. WhatsUp Gold's parent company, Progress, offers many different software products. So WhatsUp Gold is one of 4 within the infrastructure business unit, alongside some load balancing and other network monitoring solutions. WhatsUp Gold has been around for a long time and was originally created by a company called Ipswitch, which Progress acquired several years ago. When it comes to credibility, WhatsUp Gold stands out for its consistency and transparency. For over 3 decades, it's been a trusted solution for IT teams who need reliable, real-time visibility into their networks. Unlike some competitors, WhatsUp Gold doesn't rely on complex licensing or hidden modules. What you see is what you get. We do offer both perpetual and subscription licenses, so there's plenty of flexibility to find the best package that suits your company needs. WhatsUp Gold is consistently praised by users on platforms like G2 and TrustRadius for ease of use, customer support and value. Just a reminder that there's no private equity companies involved who will triple the price overnight. Progress Software is a publicly traded company and customers benefit from the backing of a stable, innovative company that's deeply invested in infrastructure monitoring. This credibility isn't just earned, it's maintained through a customer-first approach. So every update, every feature is shaped by real-world feedback from IT professionals. We have a very active community and customer validation program that I would encourage you all to get involved in. It's because of all this that WhatsUp Gold continues to be the go-to choice for teams who want clarity, control, and confidence in their IT infrastructure monitoring solution. So now that we know what WhatsUp Gold is, Jason and I are going to go over the 3 key reasons enterprises are choosing WhatsUp Gold over SolarWinds. So we've narrowed it down to intuitive user experience, flexible monitoring capabilities, and responsive customer support. So first up, I'll go over the intuitive user experience piece. So WhatsUp Gold is built around the idea that a monitoring solution shouldn't take days or even hours to figure out. From the moment you install it, the experience is intentionally streamlined. Teams can go from setup to real productivity in under an hour. There's no maze of dependencies, no hunting for additional modules, and no heavy configuration before you see value. Take SolarWinds in contrast, which often requires more upfront work, multiple modules, custom setup, and heavier onboarding curve. This slows down adoption and adds administrative overhead before you even begin monitoring. So there's that, I suppose, immediate time to value with WhatsUp Gold. There's a unified experience versus SolarWinds' module sprawl, faster onboarding for new staff, and reduced administrative burden and maintenance over time with WhatsUp Gold. Then when we get to the actual setup of the system, so once the system is up, the daily experience determines whether the teams thrive or struggle. WhatsUp Gold emphasizes clarity, speed, and intuitiveness. So a modern user interface that feels familiar immediately, pages load quickly, navigation is consistent, and the visual design stays clean and uncluttered. With WhatsUp Gold, customization is effortless, dashboards can be built with a simple drag and drop widget, monitors can be created using wizard-based workflows, and reporting lives in one centralized, understandable location. SolarWinds tends to lean in the opposite direction with heavier screens, slower load times, and multi-step processes that create friction. Custom monitors may require scripting. Dashboard adjustments feel more like configuration tasks than intuitive actions. And alerts and reports live across separate areas that require more clicking and more time. And then finally, WhatsUp Gold is designed to give you crisp, immediate visibility with minimal digging. Users can see device status, scan results, and historical trends on a single screen, without waiting for separate pages to load or switching between modules. So during the discovery and scanning process, WhatsUp Gold provides full historical tracking, something SolarWinds actually lacks. Dashboard and report sharing is simple and supports multiple export formats, making collaboration much smoother. So SolarWinds' limitations are much more restrictive. Visibility during scans isn't tracked historically, dashboard sharing isn't available, and reporting is limited to CSV-only exports. These gaps mean more manual work, more back and forth, and fewer insights readily available at a glance. So now that I've gone over the intuitive user experience section, I'm going to hand it across to my colleague Jason Alberino, who'll introduce himself and go over the flexible monitoring capabilities.
Thank you, Greg. And before I get started, let me just introduce myself. I'm Jason Alberino, Principal Product Manager here at Progress. And I've been working with WhatsUp Gold for over 20 years. I spent 10 years as a customer. I was a system administrator for a financial services company. I was actually forced to make the decision between WhatsUp Gold and SolarWinds at that time and chose WhatsUp Gold for various reasons we'll get into. I'll start with, well, you can monitor what matters most in your specific way. So every network environment is unique and different in some sort of way. And WhatsUp Gold covers you directly out of the box with the basics, but it makes it very easy to extend what it's monitoring on any individual system without special custom workarounds or without additional modules being required. It's a single platform that allows you to look at everything holistically. Applications, network devices, services, clouds, virtualization hosts, quite literally anything with an IP address can be monitored directly within WhatsUp Gold without the need for additional add-ons or complexity. Now, that said, everything is customizable in a way where it's point and click right within the interface. You don't have to be a supreme expert to know how to create the customizations for the product. Quite literally, there's workflows to create monitors, associate them to devices automatically or manually. You could do this in bulk as well. And really, we are very proud of our interface and how easy it is to use, as well as maintain on an ongoing basis. So let's say a good example is when I was a system admin, we did a lot of acquisitions. So my financial services company would buy other companies and would start running their operations and have to integrate their systems, begin monitoring them. And sometimes that introduced technologies we didn't classically have. But WhatsUp Gold was able to so easily adapt to this situation without changes in licensing. We didn't need additional add-ons or modules. We can literally point and click in the interface, create any additional monitoring we need, as well as discover and monitor additional devices. It's you have to see it to believe it. There's a reason I'm not showing the WhatsUp Gold demonstration today, because I want you to go look at our evaluation and see it for yourself. Seeing is definitely believing. And it's flexible by design. So when we talk about device-based licensing, and WhatsUp Gold's been this way since its initial release back in 1996, you can add as many monitors as you want to any specific device. So a good example is, let's say, a switch with 300 interfaces. Well, we look at all of the port speed out of the box. You can get information about each individual port, which VLAN it's on, whether it's tagged or not, what systems it's connected to. But if I want to monitor more on that system, I absolutely could do so. I could automatically look at CPU utilization, memory utilization. Maybe I want to look at the module status if it's a stack switch or something along those lines. All of these things are right at your fingertips, right within the product. And if it's not directly out of the box monitoring that thing, it is not a heavy time investment in order to figure out how to add that additional monitoring. And really, we are the easiest to customize solution on the market by far. Once you download and install the evaluation, you'll be able to see that directly within our web interface. It's all point and click web application built from the ground up specifically for network monitoring in general. And we're really proud of the ability to quickly display reports as well as quickly get to the information that's useful for you, as well as an actual actionable insights. So not just a dashboard of items, but a dashboard showing you specifically where problems are within your environment and what steps to take next. Now, we also have very responsive customer support, and what we like to say is help when you need it, how you need it. There's various different ways to engage with our support team, either by phone, by email. You can open cases on our support portal. We also have a very extensive knowledge base, and all of the support you received is going to be fast and from people very familiar with the product. Our technical support team is not reading from a playbook. They have been using the product themselves for many years. So rest assured you'll be in good hands regardless of what situation you have in front of you, whether you're encountering some sort of error or problem, or you just need to know how to do something. Our support team is there to help you. Not just that, but we also have a community portal where you can engage with other users of the product to ask questions or maybe get ideas of how you might implement within your environment in a more effective manner. And I'll kind of leave it at that, but again, refer to our customer reviews. You'll see that everyone's very satisfied with the support we're able to provide, and that's just one factor in why you might choose WhatsUp Gold over another solution. But I think a bigger factor is, well, understand this complexity in large SolarWinds environments. So especially as you get past 1,000 devices, you're going to end up needing additional systems in the SolarWinds environment. And it's each one requires a Windows system. Each one then requires Windows updates, ongoing maintenance, another thing to worry about in the environment. WhatsUp Gold scales very well to the point where I've seen environments that have over 30,000 devices and only a single server is involved. Now, that's not going to be the use case for everyone. It depends on what you're monitoring, but we really set up the product in a way where it scales very efficiently, and it will tell you if and when you need additional scalability. And guess what? In our licensing, we include what is needed to get to that additional scalability. So whether that's additional pollers to spread out polling duties or full additional instances of the product. So maybe you have a DR site you want to deploy at that and constantly monitor from another perspective. WhatsUp Gold licensing actually allows you to do so. Now, when you get into these large SolarWinds deployments, really you're talking about maybe 10, 15 plus systems. Obviously, it depends on how many systems you're actually monitoring in the end. And SolarWinds really cares more about the individual metrics. WhatsUp Gold, we're all device-based. And as I said, a single system can actually scale very, very well. Resource-wise, we require less. So we only ask for 8 gigabytes of memory and 4 cores, while SolarWinds main installation asks for at least 16 gig and 8 cores. And that those needs actually increase as the scale goes up within SolarWinds. So just think about ongoing maintenance as you're making your decisions on what vendor to go with. And obviously, if you have less overall systems to maintain, your life's going to be a lot easier. And then finally, we'll get into what does WhatsUp Gold offer versus SolarWinds. And really, we like to lean on our predictable cost structure here. In recent years, SolarWinds has increased price quite significantly without actually adding any additional value to their product. And with WhatsUp Gold, we have not done so. Not just that, but we've stuck to device-based pricing while pretty much all other vendors are going a different route to try and charge you as much money as possible. WhatsUp Gold is not that way. We want everyone to be successful in monitoring their environment, and we don't want any surprises come renewal time. And when it comes to actually having everything integrated in a single product, WhatsUp Gold is not like SolarWinds. SolarWinds acquired many products over the years and then loosely bolted them together. And it shows if you've run through the installation, you can see it's all separate installers and everything still. But WhatsUp Gold is a single installation. It lets you do network traffic, log management, configuration management, high availability, and that's not all. I'm not going to get into all of the details. Again, I'm trying to push everyone to go check out the WhatsUp Gold evaluation and see for yourself all the functionality it has to offer you. And we are much easier to deploy than any other solution on the market. Quite literally, you can download, install the product, and have it configured in under 1 hour. And that's not an exaggeration. You'll see in our Get Started in 5 minutes YouTube video how to actually achieve this. And I've done this in environments myself. For many years, I was doing professional services before I was a product manager, and I've implemented WhatsUp Gold thousands of times for many different networks. And the initial installation and configuration to actionable insights is almost always less than 1 hour. And I would say even in the largest of environments and quote complex deployments, it's still very easy to get achieved. Now, that said, obviously you have a lot of options when it comes to deploying WhatsUp Gold, and it's not one size fits all. Some people are going to want multiple WhatsUp Gold servers. Some people will want to use additional scalability pullers, and some people want to use a combination of both. Again, WhatsUp Gold's licensing provides you with all of the scalability directly out of the box, no additional purchases. So our Enterprise and Enterprise Plus editions include multiple installations as well as all of those scalability pullers for you. And then finally, here's a effective migration playbook. Let's say you're already using SolarWinds and you're looking to migrate away. Well, it's quite easy because WhatsUp Gold's discovery processes. So you're able to discover on an ongoing basis, either scheduled or manual, your entire environment, and then you get to pick and choose what you'd like to monitor within that environment. We still allow you to see all the information about the systems you discover as well, a big advantage over SolarWinds and other competitors, even if you're not licensing the specific device to be monitored. You'll still be able to see what its IP address is, name, and additional information if it's available, how many CPUs, how many interfaces, things along those lines. Now, there are multiple different ways to achieve a migration. And going through the migration myself, I found it easiest to use the all nodes report and simply grab a list of IP addresses, copy and paste it over to WhatsUp Gold's discovery, and go ahead and run it. Now, depending on if you have customizations or not, you might want to make some adjustments to what we call device templates. So WhatsUp Gold's discovery process is completely customizable. So you can say, if you find this type of device, apply these specific monitors. And that includes custom monitors. And we make that very easy directly out of the box for you. Again, point and click right within the web interface. Now, as you're planning migration, you also want to plan for availability and disaster recovery. What is your acceptable level of fault tolerance, let's say? And what we've been suggesting to customers due to our licensing, including multiple installations, is install more than one WhatsUp Gold server, especially if you have a disaster recovery site. You could have a full installation of WhatsUp Gold up and running and monitoring your production site or vice versa. Or you could just have a WhatsUp Gold server there waiting to accept a database backup if there were some sort of disaster. I've worked with customers who have actually automated that process to restore their production database on the disaster recovery site if that production WhatsUp Gold server were to become unavailable. But in this regard, you have more than one system helping you. And what we suggest is deploying on a virtual machine that is highly available. So if you have a hypervisor cluster, you deploy your production WhatsUp Gold server on that. And then you have a hypervisor cluster at your DR site and deploy a WhatsUp Gold server there. Well, then you're getting multiple levels of HA, right? You would have to have both systems fail at the same time and not have a host to transition to within the cluster in order to be unavailable. So you're able to achieve very high levels of availability as well as flexible deployment options. Maybe you have many sites and you want to see what the latency is between site A and site B from both perspectives. You could deploy it site A, you could deploy it site B. You could even deploy it site C and D because Enterprise Plus includes up to 4 installations of the product. Now, the last thing to keep in mind is maintaining security and optimal performance. So in order to maintain security, obviously it's all built right within the product. You don't have to do anything special. If you are to install more than one WhatsUp Gold server, you do have the option to roll data up from those multiple systems to a single central console, all securely encrypted. And rest assured, you don't have to do anything special in order to achieve the highest levels of security with WhatsUp Gold.